22 individuals, who were among 65 police officers and civilians detained on Monday in an operation based in the southern province of Mersin, were referred to court for arrest on Thursday. 65 people were detained in 9 provinces around the country in the Mersin-based operation as part of a new wave of investigations into police officers. This time, the detention orders were issued on charges of illegal wiretapping. 27 of the detainees were referred to court while the rest of them were released on Wednesday. Among those who were referred to court are senior police officers who were working at anti-smuggling and intelligence departments of the police force. 5 of those referred to court were also released on Thursday, while 22 of the detainees were referred to court for arrest without giving a testimony. This situation prompted lawyers of the detainees to ask for a judge replacement, but their request was examined by the Third Penal Court of Peace judge, who was to hear the suspects, and rejected. However, the judge should have referred the request to a higher court instead. As an explanation, the judge said requests for replacements of judges do not apply to penal courts of peace, which are controversial courts established by the Justice and Development Party, AK Party, government last year in an apparent move to facilitate government-backed operations against its foes. Following the judge's move, the lawyers left the courtroom in protest. Making a statement in front of the Mersin courthouse, lawyers representing the detainees said their clients have been held in custody for 3 days under difficult circumstances, being subjected to various rights violations, and that there is no evidence to validate their arrest. The police officers, who are the target of the operation, took part in an investigation in 2013 into genetically modified rice that was being imported to Turkey to be sold in retail markets. It is illegal to sell such food in retail markets in Turkey. The Mersin-based operation was launched due to a complaint from pro-AK Party businessman Mahmut Arslan, who was sentenced to a 12.5-year-long prison sentence for tobacco smuggling and his property confiscated for money laundering, today's Zaman has learned. Arslan, who is the head of a national council on legumes, was once an AK Party mayoral candidate for the Mersin Metropolitan Municipality. He is known to have close relations with leading AK Party figures, including former Economy Minister Zafer Aliyan. Arslan was among 260 individuals who had all their property confiscated by the Finance Ministry's Financial Crimes Investigation Board, MOSEC, in 2011 after an investigation by Ankara police revealed they were involved in money laundering regarding illegal tobacco smuggling. All the 260 people, including Arslan, who were tried at Mersin High Criminal Court, were handed down a prison sentence of 12.5 years each. However, Arslan did not serve out his sentence. According to claims, Arslan once accompanied then Prime Minister Recep Tayyip Erdogan on a trip to Kyrgyzstan and asked Erdogan to ensure that certain investigations carried out by the Mersin police were stopped. Arslan is thought to be the target of the investigation into genetically modified rice being imported into Mersin. Back in 2013, recordings of phone conversations among then 3 ministers showed they were allegedly part of a scandal that emerged out of an investigation into the illegal sale of genetically modified rice. An investigation conducted by the Mersin prosecutor's office in 2013 revealed how tons of genetically modified rice found its way into retail markets, in addition to the involvement of Agriculture Minister Mehdi Eker, Justice Minister Sajala Ergin and Economy Minister Zafer Aliyan in alleged attempts to block the investigation. According to the allegations, once the prosecution launched an investigation into the rice companies involved, the owners contacted AK Party officials, including several ministers, and sought their help, asking the ministers to pressure the court to rule in their favor. Thousands of police officials and officers, as well as judges and prosecutors, were reassigned or removed in the aftermath of Turkey's December 17, 2013 corruption and bribery scandal. Many among them were later prosecuted and imprisoned pending trial on the charge of membership of the parallel structure, a phrase created by President Erdogan to refer to the faith-based Gulen or Hizmet movement. Teacher kept under brief detention mistakenly in Kayseri. A teacher who was among 4 people who were detained in a Kayseri-based operation on Wednesday for allegedly cheating in a military high school entrance exam administered in 2013 was released after it was understood that he was the wrong person to be detained. Police officers from the Kayseri Police Department detained 3 teachers on Wednesday morning in Kayseri on charges of alleged fraud in the military high school exam. One teacher was also reportedly detained in the capital city of Ankara. The detention order was reportedly issued for 8 people, with 4 more wanted by the police. The teachers are accused of having copies of the exam questions, which had been allegedly obtained before exam day, and sharing them among students. A prep school teacher, H.E., who was among those detained on Wednesday, was released on Thursday. H.E. was detained on the grounds that he made 38 international calls from his mobile phone. The teacher said he bought the phone from a salesman in the Hunat area and he was not the one who made the international calls. The teacher was released after police found out following a technical examination that the phone's previous owner had made the calls.